Hi everyone, 28 female, need some advice because what happened yesterday feels like a script from a psychological thriller. I'm still shaking while typing this. My husband, Liam, 32 male, and I have been married for 4 years. I always thought we had a perfect relationship. He was caring, and we never had any major fights. But for the last 2 months, he's been cold. I thought it was work stress, so I tried to be as supportive as possible. Yesterday was my birthday. Liam told me he booked a table at our favorite upscale restaurant for 7 p.m. He told me to wear my best dress and added, "Tonight will be a night you'll never forget." Looking back, I realize how ominous that sounded. On the way to the restaurant, he suddenly pulled over at his parents' large suburban house. He said he needed to run inside for a minute to grab my gift. We walked in, and the lights were off. Suddenly, the lights flashed on, and about 30 people, our friends, family, my parents, jumped out shouting, "Surprise!" I smiled, thinking it was sweet. But the music didn't start. Instead, Liam walked over to the massive TV in the living room. "I want to show everyone the gift my wife has been preparing for me for months," he said. He turned on the TV. The screen showed screenshots of text messages. Horrible, graphic messages with some guy named Jason. There were photos. No faces, but the lingerie looked like mine, and plans to meet at hotels. The room went dead silent. My mother gasped. My father turned bright red. Liam turned to me with a smirk like he'd just won an Oscar. "So, babe, you gonna tell everyone who Jason is? Happy birthday, cheater. Your bags are already packed and by the door." I stood there in total shock. The problem is, I don't know a Jason. I had never seen those messages in my life. I simply said, "Liam, that's not me." He started laughing, and the guests began to whisper. I walked right up to the screen and looked at the screenshots. And then I saw it. In one screenshot, in the very corner, you could see a tiny sliver of an Instagram profile picture. I snatched Liam's phone out of his hand. He was too smug to hide it, and opened that profile. It was the account of a girl who looks vaguely like me. She is the younger sister of his best friend. It turns out Liam had been monitoring her messages. Don't ask how, he's an IT guy. And because of some sick paranoia, he convinced himself this was my secret account. He didn't even check the phone number or the ID. He just wanted a cinematic finale. When I showed him the girl's profile and proved the screenshots were from her phone, there were photos of her dog, which we don't have. Liam's face went white as a sheet. His best friend, who was also there, grabbed the phone and recognized his own sister's messages. The party turned into absolute chaos. Liam's father ended up kicking him out of the house for humiliating me like that in front of everyone. I'm currently at a hotel. Liam has been blowing up my phone. He's crying, begging for forgiveness, saying love made him blind and he was just so scared of losing me. He even sent flowers to the hotel lobby. But here's the thing. I'm looking at these trash bags filled with my clothes that he packed in advance, and I realize he planned my public execution for weeks. He wanted everyone I love to hate me. Is a mistake like this even forgivable? What would you do in my position? It's been 3 days since that horrific night at my birthday party. Thank you all for the support on my last post. Many of you commented that something felt off about his mistake, and you were absolutely right. What I discovered today made my blood run cold. After my last post, Liam didn't stop. He showed up at my hotel and sat in the lobby for 6 hours, begging me to come down. He kept claiming it was temporary paranoia and that he just loved me too much. But I didn't buy it. Liam is a senior systems admin. He is meticulous with details. He doesn't just accidentally mistake a stranger's Instagram for his wife's. So, I did what I had to do. I called the girl from the screenshots Sarah. What she told me changed everything. Sarah confessed that Liam never hacked her phone. He asked her for those screenshots. He told her that he and I were planning a prank for his parents' birthday, and that he needed evidence of a fake affair for the script. Sarah is a naive 19-year-old. She believed him and just wanted to help. I was reeling. If he knew the messages were fake, why the public spectacle? This morning, I finally agreed to meet him at a crowded cafe. I didn't want an apology. I wanted the truth. When he started his, "I'm so sorry, I made a mistake" routine again, I simply slid a recording of my conversation with Sarah across the table. Liam went pale. His doting husband mask slipped instantly. His eyes went cold and sharp. He confessed. It turns out Liam has been having an affair for 6 months. His mistress is pregnant and has been pressuring him to get a divorce. However, according to our prenuptial agreement, which his wealthy parents insisted on, if he divorces me without cause, he loses his share in the family business and our luxury condo. But there is an infidelity clause. If I am the one who cheats, he gets everything, and I leave with nothing. He planned the public humiliation to shock me into confessing in front of witnesses while I was confused. He hoped I would be so ashamed that I'd just sign the divorce papers quickly to make it go away, and his family would support him as the victim. He never expected me to notice that tiny detail in the corner of the screenshot. I just stood up and walked out. But before I left, I told him that the recording of his confession was already with my lawyer, and I sent a copy to his parents. His father already called me. He is livid. He said Liam is officially fired from the family company and written out of the will. His mother was sobbing, apologizing for what her son became. I'm safe now. I've filed for divorce, and I'm going after him for everything I can for emotional distress. He tried to destroy my entire life for money and a mistress, but in the end, he only destroyed his own. Never ignore your gut. If your partner suddenly becomes a paranoid accuser, they might just be projecting their own guilty conscience onto you.